Hello, admins. How we doing out there? Uh, First of all, I want to thank everybody that came to mid-year. We had a pretty good turnout. We had 315 registered delegates. Our average is about 350, so it's a little down. In the fall, we have more like 450. Of course, more people tend to come to the actual convention than the mid-year. Uh, we had some good workshops that were highly informative. So if your lodge did not get to see those PowerPoints are available to download online. Um, Again, I highly suggest looking at those because those both covered open to the public and dispensations, which are two issues that we're having big problems with in Indiana and trying to fix. And since we've been working on it in October, I do think our numbers are starting to show that. Our numbers are trending upwards and started trending upwards sharply in October, November when we started enforcing the rules a little bit more. Excuse me. So, as of yesterday, our numbers were, well, actually, they didn't move down yesterday. There were some complications with the servers at Moose International, which I'll get into in a minute. Today, the numbers dropped down to 740. So, we're down 740 members, Friday being the midpoint of the year. We're not looking bad. We keep getting towards the end of the month and having, about 200 in the hole. So we're trying to get over that hump. So I ask that all lodges reach out to the expired members in their lodge. It's much easier for you to deal with those couple of dozen that have expired in the month of March, as opposed to me trying to do the thousands that expire across the whole state of Indiana. But I do work on contacting those individuals. But again, the lodge needs to be working on it. So if you're not at +1 or close to 80% retention, you need to be working on that. So I said the problem at Moose International was some servers. So weekly stats didn't come out yesterday. It seems like there may be something going on up there. Well, wasn't privy to all the information, but they're having some trouble getting some information together. Again, when I do those weekly stats, some reports are ran at the servers at Moose International. Then I take those reports and I take the numbers and move them around to make them work for our weekly stats. So as soon as that gets done, I will get them out. That may not happen until tomorrow, from what I'm hearing, though. Also, I want to talk about the solar eclipse. Over mid-year, I heard some people talking, and it seems like some lodges are doing a good job of preparing for this event. We are now less than a month away. What concerns me are there are some lodges that are doing nothing, and if you're in that spectrum of totality, meaning you're going to get the really good eclipse, people are coming from around the country are driving. I look at when it was in 2017 and it was near Nashville, Tennessee. I remember people saying that traffic was backed up for 14 hours. They couldn't get anywhere because traffic just stopped and people were in hotels and they were booked up. I know in my hometown of Vincennes, a hotel that normally runs $100 a night is running $1,000 a night. I've seen where the cemeteries, not just in Vincennes, but a few in Southwest Indiana, are closing their cemeteries on that day so the cars cannot park there and stay there. So if your lodge is not taking advantage of something like this, either charging for RV spots or parking spots, having some type of event in your social quarters, you're really losing out because I think we're going to be really packed. I mean, all the news reports say, if you're local, make sure you went to the grocery store beforehand because you may not be able to get around in traffic. So we need to take advantage of this. It's a perfect opportunity. I've got a few lodges that are doing parking spots, some type of gathering, even doing some primitive camping spaces and charging for that. Again, you need to make sure you have a dispensation for that. And for those that are renting spaces, especially the primitive parking spaces, I would look at some camping sites and maybe look at what type of a contract you would have. I would be safe in saying, you need to look at those and have some type of thing other than just saying, here, give me $20 and you get to stay here. You need to have some paperwork and have something signed, probably just for legality reasons. If you have any questions on that, feel free to get a hold of me. But again, we should already be advertising that, and that should already be done. And I feel there are not enough lodges. I get that this video covers the entire state of Indiana, and not the entire state is in that totality area. I understand that. But it's a good chunk from the southwest to the northeast, and we really need to be taking advantage of it because there's a lot of lodges in that area. Lastly but not leastly, I was talking to Kurt Wiebe from Moose International because we were talking about the winner for the Brickyard race, and we were talking about the actual Moose car, the one that the kit car that travels around. It is going to be in Bristol this week, and then coming back through Tennessee and Kentucky, and I think it will be actually being stopped in Louisville. If any lodges want the Moose car in the next couple of weeks, basically it's traveling through Indiana, trying to get back to Mooseheart before Pilgrim conferral and high school graduation. Um, we can make that happen. The car is on a trailer, so all you have to do is move the trailer around. Of course, the car is not that heavy because it's not a real car. It's just it's all hauled out inside it. It's pretty easy to move around. The only requirements is that in the evenings when it's not being watched over, it needs to be either inside or inside of a secured area. So even if it was outside, but was inside of a fence of some type to be protected, that would be nice. So anywhere from 65 on up to 74, but we can make it somewhere else too. So if you have a festival going on in the next couple of weeks, give me a holler. If you want to promote just the Moose car and you have a good location on a busy street, give me a call. Again, we're going to have to make some contacts, and you're probably going to have to find somebody in your lodge with the truck that can haul the trailer. But we might be able to talk to some other people and make something like that happen. Other than that, everybody have a good week. I kept it fairly short at 7 or 7 minutes. You guys have a good week. Take care. Bye.